Welcome to the Brawling Bit. We talk about all things casual and kitchen table magic like Brawl and EDH. You're listening to episode 39. I'm Johnathan Tang, and he is Jacob.
Ahoy!
Can you hear this?
Hear what? What are you talking about?
This thing's going on the background. That's weird. That's new. What is this?
I don't... Holy cow, you're right. I hear it now.
Yeah, I know, right? It sounds like it's almost like it's Christmas.
Is it?
I don't know. Is it?
Let me check my phone. Holy crap, it actually is. That snuck up on me.
Oh my gosh. Well, happy holidays, everyone.
That's it. Bye, guys.
All right. As always, you can listen.
No, we can't keep relying on the same thing over and over.
Yep. So, well, how have you been doing over the last 2 weeks? I haven't talked to you for a while.
I'm all right. You know, just real busy with, holiday stuff. I swear, like I was not ready for this Christmas season. You know, like I had so much shopping to do, and then I just got back from vacation out of town. I flew to Ohio for like a week.
Ohio.
And yeah, Ohio. And I visited my mother's side of the family over there.
I see.
We spent a week over there. Yep. And I mean, Ohio, I'll just say that it's not one of the most entertaining states to go to. I'll leave it at that.
Hey, sorry for all of you out there in Ohio. I know he didn't mean that.
Oh, I meant it though.
Oh, okay.
No, if you're listening to us from Ohio, I pity you. and I think they pity. Don't worry, I'm not offending them. They pity themselves too.
Yeah.
So
don't worry.
it's all good.
Jacob is from Arizona, so he is in the same boat.
Wow.
For all of you from Arizona, I didn't mean that.
Wow.
But anyways, it's the holiday season. I mean, today is Christmas after all. So we have a special episode for everyone. Do you know about this thing called holiday cards?
Is that like in the grocery store with like the Hallmark?
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of
Yeah, and you put down like Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah or something, and then you send it to the person, and then they have an extra piece of paper to throw away.
I typically use them as Tinder for like starting like a nice bonfire, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Well,
I don't understand why it's American tradition to do that. Now I qualify this by saying American tradition because I think it is likely that there are other cultures and nations in the world that also use holiday cards. I just don't know any off the top of my head, so I'm gonna qualify it and just say American tradition.
I think most of the Hallmark has their fingers in most of those capitalist countries.
Yeah, so it's like, it's just so dumb, and they've created this, they succeeded too. It's not like they failed, they succeeded. Because now it's like the appropriate thing to like get someone a card.
Yeah.
Instead of,
it is.
But it's like totally an unnecessary expense, like intrinsically,
Yeah, well, good for you, Hallmark. But Wizards of the Coast also print holiday cards, not just Hallmark.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so Wizards has been...
Wait, actually, I did know that. I think we brought it up before.
Yeah, we probably did. I don't know. We have done quite a few episodes.
Just a handful.
Just a handful. But Wizards started doing holiday cards since 2006. And it's a little bit different from the Hallmark holiday cards. It is an actual silver border card that has rules tags, flavor tags, and art and card name. And things that you can find on every other card. They are actually printed and distributed at their holiday party. But even, you can't really buy them from any vendors or like WotC themselves, but you can find them in the secondary market. Like, it's out there, all the TCG, Card Player, Kingdom, Country, Causal, whatever.
I do know what you mean.
Yeah, it's out there.
Out there.
Yeah.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
Yeah. So we thought, why don't we look at all of them and see which holiday card print until now is the best of them all. So we broke them down.
Wait, hold on a second. What do you mean by best of them all? What are you gonna do?
Well, what I'm trying to say is we dug in and looked at each and every one of these holiday cards. There are 13 of them because they started doing it in 2006. That's 13 years ago. And now,
I think they should have done 12. Can I say that? Am I allowed to say that? I think they should have done 12 instead of 13. Reason being is like the old song, like 12 Days of Christmas.
well, yeah, but what are they gonna do next year? They're just gonna print the 14th one if they're still around. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Oh, ooh, sensitive topic.
Yep, sensitive topic, guys. Don't mind me. What I'm trying to say is we went in and looked at each and every one of these cards. We judged them based on 3 criteria. So we're looking at their festivity, how festive, how favorable is the card to the holiday theme. And number 2, we judged it based on card strength. How strong is the actual card when you are actually playing with them? And the wideness, how wide can it go? Like, how many different kind of decks does this card fit into? For each of these categories, we gave them a score from 1 to 5, where 1 is the least in that category and 5 is the most in the category. And yeah, we're just gonna look at all 13 of these cards.
We also tried to be kind of objective, but as with any rating list, it's going to be fairly arbitrary.
Yeah, so
by the end of the day. But we tried. We gave it an honest attempt at being objective.
We absolutely did. But if you disagree, or if you have any other comments you want to give us, you can always find us on our social media. Everything will be at the end of the show, because Jacob's been giving me a lot of...
I don't do anything. I just show up 5 minutes prior, and he says, this is what we're doing, and he holds a gun to my head and said, do it or you're going to shoot you. And I'm like, okay,
no gun is involved in the production of this podcast. Card number 1 from 2006, we have Fruitcake Elemental, which is 1 green for a 7/7 elemental. It is indestructible. At the end of your turn, it deals 7 damage to you, but you can pay 3 to say target player gains control of Fruitcake Elemental. Now, here's the flavor text. It's very important because we're also judging them by flavor, so I'm going to read this too. Experiments intended to create the perfect holiday emissary resulted in a substance harder than dark steel and a fraction as merry. Let's just say that's very true. So flavor, what do you think, Jacob?
I think we need to put a little more context down on this card.
Like, what kind of context?
Well, it depends on what time period we're talking about. So, in the modern era, I don't know of anybody that's still regularly, unironically eats fruitcake around this time of year, or gives it away, or even just makes it. It's not very popular nowadays. If you go, you will have to look very hard to find some at the store. Usually, unless you have a special snowflake store.
I would never buy fruitcake in any time of the year because they are. There are better alternatives out there.
Yeah. So it's now it's just kind of like a dead meme. But back in the day, when fruitcakes were, and they were the hot cake, I'll say. When fruitcakes were hot, and they were truly the hot cake of the time, then this card's flavor is amazing.
Oh, okay.
I love it.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, it sounds like there's a divide between the periods. Would you say it's a 5 in 2006? Maybe it's a 4? And then it's like a 1 now? Or maybe a 2?
I would give it a 1 now, and I'm leaning towards a 5 for the time period.
Okay. I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
I really like it because, it's easy to cast, kind of it's easy to get, because everybody just gives theirs away, and then the donation cost of 3 generic, it's easy to give away, just like real fruitcake was. Everything about this card is this is just the perfect flavor card.
Yeah, and the flavor text nailed it. They are harder than Dark Steel, even though I don't know how hard Dark Steel is, but
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Rumor has it that the Great Pyramids were made of fruitcake because they were harder than that.
Oh my gosh! I would believe it. That's how much I would rather eat anything else other than fruitcake.
God, they're so bad.
All right, with that in mind, 5 in 2006 and 1 in 2018. How strong is this card? And I don't think this requires a time skip. At least I don't think so. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think this is actually a pretty good card.
No, I think it's a pretty decent card too. I like it.
Yeah, it's 3 for 7/7.
You know, I think they should have made it 1 mana more. That way we can have 4 mana 7/7s.
Wow. Well, there is a 4 mana 6/6 in standard right now. So.
But it's not a 4 mana 7/7.
Nope.
And it doesn't overload you for 2.
Nope.
No.
Wow.
Not good enough. Not good enough.
Well, I think this 3 mana 7/7 is really good. I mean, stats wise, it completely pays off. It does hit you first, right? You don't get to utilize the 7 power right away. It blocks really well on turn 4. I mean,
it does. And another important thing to note that I just noticed now. I'm not sure if this was intentional by Wizards, but the number 7 appears exactly 3 times on this card.
Wow. Yeah, I think this card's really good. I think it deserves a 4.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm
pretty
taking.
good. The only downside to the strength aspect is, I mean, it doesn't have haste.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, yeah.
still, I mean, this is great.
Yeah,
I love
by
it.
itself, it's slow by itself, but it's a 3-drop 7/7. You shouldn't be called slow, but it's kind of slow because it deals 7 to you first instead of the opponent. How wide does this card go?
The only deck that would want it is basically like an aggressive deck, or maybe some sort of like really weird combo deck. But even then, I don't like it. There.
Would you put it in the fling deck?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what to give it.
I don't know. Let's just settle on like a 3.5.
3.5. Oh, we're doing halves now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I guess. Yeah, we're doing halves now. Yeah, it's a 3.5 out of 5.
All right. I'm gonna add all those up, and because we have 2 scores for the flavor, I'm just gonna give it an average. So it's gonna be, 1 plus 5 is 6, and then you divide it by 2. That's 3. So I'm gonna give it a total of 10.5. 10.5 is the total score. I think
nice math.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good so far.
Right.
We're off to that's our baseline.
We're off to a good start, and half our brawlers just left because we put math in here.
I mean, it's inevitable, but how many is half? They'll never figure it out.
Yep. All right.
No, not you guys. You guys are great.
Yeah, you guys are great. All right. Next up, do the honors, man.
So we have Gifts Given. This is literally the same thing as Gifts Ungiven. 4 mana instant, 3 in the blue. Except you take it from your opponent's library instead. So, search target opponent's library for up to 4 cards with different names and reveal them, and then that player that you took them from picks 2. Those go to the graveyard, and you get the other 2 in your hand. So, it's literally the same thing, except you take it from your opponent's library instead of your own.
Wow. That sounds
pretty good.
Really good.
Yeah. And I also really like the art here, but it doesn't look very festive to me. But it has a nice art to it.
Yeah, I mean, look at the flavor text though. Thanks, you shouldn't have. I think you can say that anytime, like not just the holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's anytime people do something bad to you, say that sarcastically. So, yeah, I think.
Well, what do we think about the festivity flavor ranking?
I think
I'm not a fan.
I think it deserves a 1. I'm not a fan either.
Yeah.
I think it deserves a 1.
No.
But card strength.
And like mechanically too, it's like you don't like take stuff from other people.
Well, it's silver border, so they are allowed to do that. But yeah, you definitely don't take stuff.
But I mean like mechanically related to like the festivity time. Yeah, like with Christmas. Like usually Christmas is like the time of giving, but you're robbing them blind.
Yeah, you usually don't rob them. I mean, at least in this case, they're seeing it coming, right? When you cast it. Oh my gosh, it's instant speed too. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you could totally just not see it coming either.
Hold it up for counter spells and then let them cast it. This is broken.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this card a 5 for card strength. Because
I agree.
it's so
This is a
strong.
really great card. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even though it's not very flavorful, I think it's amazing. How wide does this card go? What kind of decks does it go into?
I think probably just about any deck playing blue.
Yeah, I mean, like it is a card destruction spell, basically. 4 mana, get rid of 4 spells from your opponent's deck, put 2 in their bin and 2 in your hand. Dude, I think that's really good.
Yeah, that's good. I like it.
Puts it into anything. It will work in anywhere. I think it deserves a 5 for wideness as well. What do you think?
Yeah, I dig. I dig it. I dig it.
So let's see. Math is hard. So give me a second. 1 plus 5 is 6, and then plus another 5. I'm pretty sure that's 11. Did I do it wrong?
You sure it's not 12? You sure that's it might be?
All right, I'm gonna say it's 11. Brawlers,
Okay.
let us know if we're wrong. We're not good at math.
Was it 11 or 12?
By the way, though, all those were jokes. We don't get it.
Or were they? Now you can't tell. Now you can't tell if they were.
All right.
Now you can't tell. All right.
Next up, we have evil presence. They're presents that are evil. It's 2 black for sorcery that says put a creature card from your hand into play under target opponent's control. That creature attacks each turn if able, and always attacks its controller. And
yeah, evil presence. It's like if you give someone like a bomb and you're trying to kill them, I sure you could call it a present.
Yeah,
but it's not present in the traditional sense where it's like, wow, I hope he really likes this gift I'm giving him.
Yeah, this is
because he's gonna get a lot of benefit or he'll have a lot of happiness from it. It's present in like the satirical, evil kind of malicious way where like I'm trying to actively do harm to you. So I feel like presence here, calling it evil presence isn't
it's
very appropriate.
Yeah, it's like a prank. It's like getting a girlfriend a dog.
Ooh.
Because she's the one who has to take care of it.
Ooh. Yeah.
That's amazing. The flavor text though is alright, I think. It's just better to give than to receive.
Yeah, but they mean it in a malicious way here too.
Absolutely. They absolutely do.
I think, honestly, I'm giving this another 1. This is the 1 on the festivity ranking.
Alright. I buy it. I'm okay with that. How strong is this card?
It's decently strong here in the right deck.
In the right deck.
Yeah.
I'm hearing some keywords here.
Yeah, in the right deck, this is decently strong. I give it a 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5 for card strength. Alright. I buy that.
Mm.
And how wide do you think this goes? I mean, I did hear in the right deck is good.
Yeah, no, I'm not a huge fan of this card if you're not in the right deck. Like, this is just a card that you just don't play outside of, like, 1 or 2 decks.
Okay.
So, yeah, not very wide at all. I'm giving it a 1.
Right, give it a 1. Well, that puts the total
1 out
to
of
5.
Not very wide.
Yeah, that puts the total to 5 points for this. Wow, this card's not doing very good compared to the other guys.
Now we have 3 cards. So we can like kind of compare them and
right now, so far, Gifts Given is winning. Fruitcake Elemental is second, and Evil Presence is third.
But you could almost argue that Fruitcake Elemental is just more well-rounded.
It absolutely is. I mean, it is. Yeah. It look at the art. It's very, very well-rounded. Yep. It's like it ate a bunch of fruitcake before it showed up.
Well, what if it's made of fruitcake?
Well, I don't know, but it's not your problem when you evil present the Fruitcake Elemental to your opponent.
Ooh, I like that. That's spicy.
Yeah, that is a spicy fruitcake.
All right, what do we got next?
We have Season Speedings, which is red for sorcery.
That's 4 CMC, right?
That's 4 CMC, and the rules text says Family Gathering. Each creature target player controls deals damage equal to its power to another random creature that player controls. And here's a flavor text. Arriving home, he suddenly longed for the blood-soaked battlefields behind him.
I love this card. and they had to have the Family Gathering tag there.
Yeah.
If they didn't, I don't think a lot of people, I wouldn't have picked up on that.
Yeah, no. That Family Gathering is like gold.
I love this card.
Yeah, it's perfect. And how many times did it happen to you that a Family Gathering is worse than a battlefield out there?
Oh, man. I mean, they haven't really happened at Christmas, although it did just kind of happen this last Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
But not typically. And I do my best to like duck and cover and just stay out of it because that's, I mean, nobody wins in these types of events.
Oh no. Yeah, everyone lose.
So yeah, but they typically happen for like Thanksgiving, Easter for me when they happen.
Oh.
So this card, I have to say, like just on that text alone, like even before, like no title, no flavor, none of that. It's like this gets a 5 out of 5.
Okay.
The flavor for me.
All right, I agree.
Easily.
I agree. We're gonna give it 5.
Has it ever happened to you? Has it ever happened to you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, well, also same thing here. Most of the time, it happens in Thanksgiving more because just more people gather around for Thanksgiving. Especially when the football is playing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, have you ever? Okay, I've only witnessed this once. It was really unfortunate, and it wasn't my family either. But the family gathering happened, and like half of the family was rooting for one team, and the other half was rooting for the other team.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
That was rough. I would not have wanted to been there.
Nope.
I mean, like it was. I feel bad.
Yep. Guys, I got somewhere to be. I'll be back next year. Yep.
That's about what happened.
Yep.
I'm like this is gonna get ugly here.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, we gotta duck out. That's what happened.
I think, the card's almost as good as how flavorful it is.
Yeah,
I think it's amazing.
It's decent.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, right now in Hearthstone and Priest, there's a card called Mass Hysteria, and that's played in every single Priest deck. It does the same thing. But it also involves your own board. This doesn't. It's only opponents.
Yeah, like the only difference though is that in Hearthstone, like your toughness doesn't recover naturally.
Yeah.
Or your health, sorry. So, in Magic, it's more difficult to have it consistently, like, just do a total board wipe. But it's still very good nonetheless. I'm not trying to detract, like, significant points off of this. So, like, I think this is a 4 out of 5.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I would totally give it a 4 out of 5. I don't think this goes very wide, though, only because the casting cost is pretty weird.
Yeah, that's a rough casting cost.
Yeah. I mean, like, if only, not even 3 in a red, if only is like 2 red, I would play in anything with red in it.
Yep. But 4 red is really hard.
4 red is just weird. I'm gonna have to give it a 2, given how hard it is to cast this card.
And also, like, an aggressive red deck, it'll be okay here. Like, it is just one-sided, but it's not really like that efficient of a removal spell.
No.
And it doesn't go face.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably better to run 4 lightning bolts.
Yeah, over this. So, but I mean, that said, like any mid-range or control deck running red that can, reasonably get this casting cost down.
Oh yeah.
They will
absolutely. I think it will totally work in a control and mid-range deck. It's just pretty weird for I mean, it gets rid of blockers and they may not even die, right? So
yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna have to give it a 2 as well.
Okay.
That puts the total to 11. Oh my gosh, tying with
we have
Gifts
a contender
Given
for number 1.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But this one is more well-rounded than Gifts Given, though.
Yeah, it's definitely more well-rounded. I don't know.
Also,
I'm looking at the art right now.
No, it is. It's 551 or sorry, 115 or 155 versus 542. So like we just moved a point over. So technically, it is more well-rounded.
All right. But I'll go with that.
And also, I really like where the points are allocated to. Like in the name of silver bordered like festive cards, I would rather the flavor and festivity be higher.
Oh yeah.
Than like the power level.
Absolutely.
So,
I agree.
That's just me.
I agree. Me too. What do we have next?
Ooh, this is an interesting card.
Yeah, it's the 2010 card.
This is now listen carefully. This is Snow Mercy.
You mean No Mercy?
No. That's why I said listen carefully. I said Snow Mercy.
No Mercy.
Snow Mercy. Like okay, so like snow, like you build a snowball. You know what I'm saying?
No. We live in.
Oh.
You're in Arizona. What is snow?
Yeah, but I mean, in the northern parts there are though. Anyways, Snow Mercy is a 2/white snow enchantment, and there are some effects in the actual game that interact with snow permanents. I'm not kidding. Go look them up. And it also has attacks. Whenever a creature deals damage to you, put a globe counter on it. And then you tap, untap, tap, untap, tap. And if you do all that, you can tap all creatures with globe counters on them.
Okay. What's the flavor text?
Let's see here. Warning. Shake gently. Contents may cause choking, hypothermia, and or planar invasion. And if you look at the art, it looks like that's a bunch of Eldrazi in there.
You sure it's not a bunch of Phyrexian? I don't know what
It
they
might
are.
be. I can't tell. I
don't
tell.
know what
It
they
looks
are.
like, I'm gonna just based on the planar invasion. I guess Eldrazi, but I have no idea.
All
man.
right. I mean,
Someone better about the magic lore will be able to tell us.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I have a question for you. When you're playing against this card, would you allow your opponents to shorthand this tap, untap, tap business?
No, absolutely not. No way.
They have
Not
to
a
do the
chance.
whole thing.
They have to do the whole thing every time. Hey, there's no mana cost attached to that, so they got to go all the way.
Oh my gosh. Can you pull a slow play out of that?
Maybe if I make him do it enough.
Okay. All right. Is there slow play in casual Magic?
Only if you want there to be.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Only if you want there to be.
Well, I mean, how flavorful is a snow globe?
I mean, it's only associated with Christmas. Only. So,
Okay.
besides that, I'm not feeling the flavor on this one. Maybe like a 2 or a 3.
All right. Let's give it a 3 because it feels like it needs that little push. Because I'm looking at the card and I don't feel like the card's very strong.
I think it's actually decently strong.
Really?
Yeah, it's not bad because like basically once anything hits you, they're never gonna hit you again.
Okay.
And because there's no mana cost in the tap effect.
Yeah. So are the things that people pull out with Ruler Breach. Once they hit you, they're never gonna hit you again.
Oh man. Yeah, but like that means you're getting like wombo combo in the game. You're getting through the breach. I don't know. It's like if you're in like a slower format, I think this card is pretty good. But
All right. What do you give this card?
if you're in a slow format, I think it's a 3.
It's gonna be a 3 in the slow format. All right. What is?
But if you're not in a slow format, this is a 1.
Okay. All right. I'm fine with that. How wide does this card go, though?
Basically like only like really slow decks want it, like control and or like really slow mid range, like bordering control.
Interesting.
Because like a white weenie deck wouldn't play this card.
Oh no, I don't think it will.
No.
I mean, the white weenie deck can block all right.
Yeah, and even like a white mid range deck that isn't bordering on control also probably wouldn't want this card.
Yeah, I mean, and okay, would you rather play this than playing things like Ghostly Prison?
No, I'd rather just try to play Ghostly Prison.
Okay, would you play things like these rather than like Spear of Helioid?
I don't even know what that card does.
It's 1 white for an enchantment artifact that says you can. Well,
Spear of Heliod?
yeah, Spear of Heliod.
Oh, that's like not even comparable because you'd play Spear of Heliod like a token weenie deck, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but when the effect is the same because when they are hitting you. Well, I guess it's not the same because that one is an anthem too.
Yeah.
But the second part of the text is basically the same except it destroys, not tap.
Well, I mean, I guess I would rather play the Spear then as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough to...
All right. Well, but it does go into any white deck. If you don't want to play other cards, I'm okay with that. Let's put it.
Yeah.
Let's put it at 4 because I think it does. Like if you don't have any of these other cards that we talked about, I think it's fine. Snow Mercy is alright. Man.
Yeah, and I think the big draw to this card though is that it's free. With the spear, you have to pay 3 mana.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
it is free.
Yeah.
All right.
But I also agree. Yeah, I'm okay with the narrow wideness score too.
All right.
That also. Yep.
All right. So that puts the total to 9. Right now, I think it's 3rd place, isn't it? Yeah, it's 3rd place. No, 4th place.
What's our average right now? What's our average? Right
we
now?
have a 9. We have
20, 20.5, 25.5. Oh wow. This is actually shaping up to be very interesting.
really.
Mhm.
What is the average?
We unless I did my math wrong, which is very possible. I think we were sitting at a 46.5 divided by however many cards you've gone through.
1, 2, 3,
5?
4, 5. Yeah. So
Yeah.
around a little bit over 9. So this.
7.3 is the average.
Oh, really? You said 45 point something divided by 5.
I'm gonna wait. Hold on. I did say that. I'm retarded. Okay. Yeah, it's a 9.3.
Yeah. It's okay.
I forgot to add the 10. In
All
there.
right. So this card's a little bit below average.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to the next card then. Maybe this card will be better. We have Yule Ooze. 2 red-green for a 1/1 ooze creature. At the beginning of your upkeep, destroy another non-land permanent chosen at random. Then you put a number of +1/+1 counters on Yule Ooze equal to that permanent's converted mana cost. You can also pay red and a green and eat some food to regenerate Yule Ooze. Here's a flavor text though. It loves having family for dinner.
God, that's so grim.
It is eating the entire family. Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
That's messed up, man. that is messed up.
Yep. So I must be missing the reference here because I don't see.
There isn't really a reference.
Yeah, I don't see like a
the
holiday
only
reference.
Thing the only reference is that it says Yule, and really like with the only thing that really is festive with that is like the Yule log. I'm not sure if you saw or if you ever seen like a Yule log burning in like a fireplace. But that's it. Like that's all you're missing. And an example of this is if you follow Overwatch or anything like that. One of the game developers released an insanely popular video, and it was like a 3-hour loop of him sitting in front of the Yule log.
Wow.
Yeah.
How engaging is the video?
Well, they mixed it up because like during the 3 hours they had little bits of 10-second variations, but otherwise it was just him sitting there on loop for 3 hours, and you had to like skim through the video to find those little variations. Like one of them was him eating a cookie, another one was him like answering a call or playing Hearthstone, another one was him like reading a book for like a minute or two. I think it was just like really small variations, but otherwise 99% of the 3 hours was him sitting in front of the Yule log.
That's awesome.
Yep. And it was him that was the focus.
Wow.
It wasn't the Yule. The Yule log was in the background, but I mean, it was a necessary object in the background because that's the whole Yule log meme. So back to this card though, there's not really a reference to be missing here. It's not a huge thing.
All right. I don't know how to rate this one at all. What do you think? I'll let you do it.
I'm gonna be really harsh with this. Okay. So the casting cost is red-green, so it's got that going for it, and it has the word Yule in it. So I give it a 1.5.
Wow. Wow. You're doing the half meme again. Okay. How good is the card? I think it's 4 for a 1/1. So as we always say, it passes the vanilla test.
Easily passes the vanilla test.
I don't know, man. It does regenerate, but it's slow. It's really slow. It grows at the beginning of the upkeep. This is kind of like Scoot Mob. Except it's 4 instead of 1.
Well, hold on. Scoot Mob also grows insanely faster. Like, if you just let it... If it survives 1 turn, it's basically out of burn range.
Well, yeah, so is this thing. This thing is always out of burn range. You can regenerate it. and eat some food.
Yeah, yeah. Except if they hit it with a non-regenerating burn card, which are much more common than the other burn spells that can reasonably hit you.
All right.
6/6.
All right, I
Yeah.
can buy that. I can buy that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this.
But I mean, it's still decent.
Yeah, but
it's not bad.
when it grows, it also destroys something as a removal as well.
Yeah, but if you're winning, it's gonna hit yourself more often than not.
That's oh yeah, but at random. You're right. You don't get to choose it.
Yeah.
Tough, man. Tough.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the strategy is you play this and you just don't play anything else because it does say non-land.
Then you lose.
No. Because then you just destroy other people's permanents.
Yeah, but they can just flood the board and you die. Isn't that how it works?
It's the dream. It's the dream.
Oh my gosh. All right. What do you think about 2 out of 5 for how good this is for strength?
Yeah, 2 out of 5 is good strength.
2 out of 5.
Yeah, I think it's a reasonable strength ranking.
Okay.
Maybe 3. I don't know.
Maybe 3. All right, let's push up to 3 because we were so harsh on the festivity.
Okay, yeah, we'll give it a 3. It is the holiday season. We'll be generous.
Yeah, we'll be a little bit generous.
Yeah.
How wide does this card go?
Like a red-green aggressive deck would want this.
Okay.
So not very wide.
Are you sure a red green aggro deck would want 4 mana 1/1?
I'm not sure any deck would want this, to be honest. I don't know.
My gosh. All right,
I struggle to think of any deck that would want this card.
Oh my gosh. All right. We'll do what you said. You said 3 out of 5, and we said we will be generous. Let's be generous to this thing. We'll give it a 3 out of 5. I think it's all right.
Okay.
So
I can buy
that
into
puts
that.
the total to 7.5, 7.5. Way below average, but it's all right. What do we have next?
Wait, hold on.
What?
There's one more category I'd like to add on to this.
Okay.
So, this seems to be like a theme with these cards because I think we've seen them before, and if we haven't even talked about them, I'm pretty sure we've seen some of these before at least. So there's a new ranking I'd like to add.
Okay, a new metric.
It's called the fat ranking. Like this is how fat you will get playing this card, and we need it. Okay.
Okay, I believe you. How fat will you get?
1 means you won't get fat, and 5 means you'll get really, really fat, like fatter than Johnathan over here. Like you're gonna get fat.
Okay, 5 is fat like me, and 1 is not fat.
Yes.
All right.
So, this is a 5 because you have to eat food to regenerate this guy, and
Okay. All right.
I think he'll come into some fire.
All right. Cool. So to make things easier, I'm gonna make it a 0 for not fat, or if it doesn't have to do with fatness at all. So everything that we talked about before has a 0 for fatness, and this one has a 5. So we'll take the 5 off the 7.5, and that puts it at 2.5, which is pretty terrible. It still has more stats than this card.
Yeah.
Still higher than its total stats.
Man. Oh no. I feel bad for the Yule Ooze.
Oh man.
They didn't deserve this. They could have made it better.
Yep, sorry, you Ooze, but you lose.
Yep.
All right.
Ooze and lose.
What do we have next?
Unlucky. We have got naughty and nice.
Okay.
Or naughty or nice, depending on which way you want to see it.
Naughty and nice.
No, I mean, traditionally the phrase is naughty or nice.
Oh, yeah,
but wait, how magic card syntax goes, naughty and nice, maybe?
Yeah.
Anyways, it's a split card.
Okay.
Which is why we say naughty or nice.
Okay.
And it's black and white. Both sides cost 3. The left half, naughty, costs 1 black. And you get to search a player's library, target player's library, for a card, any card, and then put that card in your hand. It's just a straight up tutor.
Wow.
By the way, I'd like to point out that this has the same art as Diabolic Tutor,
Wow.
or something very
Is it
similar.
an instant speed? That would make it broken.
No, it's sorcery. They're both sorcery.
Okay, they're both sorcery.
Yep. And then the right half, nice, is 1 white.
Okay.
And this half says you get to search your library for any card, and then you put it into another player's library.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. That's it.
Sure.
So
But why?
I don't know. I can't think of why you'd ever want to play the right half.
Yeah, I can't either. Maybe our imagination is limited. Brawlers, if you know why nice, or if you can figure out how to make nice work, please let us know. But yeah, we have no idea.
Yep. So as far as the festivity ranking,
Okay.
this has got to be like a 1 for me.
Really?
Right? Because like, yeah, well, here's why. So like, Naughty or Nice, yeah, it's associated with Santa Claus. But first of all, the art has nothing to do with the festivity the holiday at all. And this has nothing to do with it. The art, nothing has anything to do with it. And typically, at least in American culture, we really emphasize like the be selfless, be generous, give. And so you want to emphasize the nice half, right? But this card is incentivizing the opposite. This card is saying you should be selfish and take from other people what doesn't belong to you. That's literally what this card is doing.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. Like, would you like tutor something from your deck for your opponents in like a multiplayer game when someone is losing?
No, I would never ever. I cannot possibly conceive of any situation where I'd really rather cast the right half over the left half. And that's the opportunity cost, right? It's like right versus left. You can't cast both. You have to. So if you cast the right, you're foregoing the left. Like even if there was a situation where the right side worked, kind of, you're foregoing the left half.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're right. All right. I'm okay with the 1 rating.
Yeah,
I'm okay with
it's
that.
just not good.
All right.
Now, all that said, this is a pretty good card.
Card strength. I mean, it is a pretty good card. For 3 mana, remove the best card from your opponent's library and put it in your hand.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Like, what? What
I think it's a
just
pretty good
happened?
card.
You get rid of one of their combo pieces, or you get rid of their win condition.
I feel like they mix up some of these cards. Like this is like the type of card that you might play on like April Fool's Day or something.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
This card's good.
Like Evil Presence, this card, like Gifts Given, like these are all cards that you'd maybe play on like April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
Not Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just weird.
All right. Do you agree that this card deserves a 5 for card strength?
Yep.
You
do
do?
easily.
Okay. So how wide does this card go?
I mean, I'd say this card goes at least twice as wide as the other cards. The reason being is that if you want to read this card and you've never read it before, you have to turn it sideways, so it's
Wow. Okay. All right.
So it's at least a 5 in width, in wideness.
Okay. All right. All right.
And we go find out how long.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right.
What do you think?
Okay. So I think I'm gonna give 2 scores because
Okay.
it only makes sense. I think when color identity matters, it's really hard because you have to put in a deck that has black and white. Generally, that's tough. So I think when color identity matters, it's like a 2 because you just don't have that many black-white decks or like Absan or Esper. I mean, if you're into building those decks, then it's fine. But if you want like any other color, you don't get it. But with that said, when it doesn't, it goes into any black deck, I think.
Yeah, actually, I think we should just like take some scissors and like cut the right half off. That way we can just play this in any black deck.
Oh my gosh.
I would. It's a really good card.
I mean, you're not wrong.
What does that bring our total to then?
I think that... Okay, so...
No fat score. No fat score. It doesn't
We're
have
giving
anything
a
with fat.
0 for fast score because I don't think
Yeah.
it makes me fat at all. Even though there's a pie in the nice half though. If you look at the
Oh,
nice, there's
no,
a pie.
I give it a 1. No, I give it a 1 in the fat score. There's a
All
pie.
right,
on the
you give
nice
it
side.
1 in fat. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So it gets a 1 in the fat score because we're looking at the pie and we're like, it's gonna get us fat. So
Yep.
I think that brings the total before fatness to 9.5 because we're averaging 2 and 5. All right.
Okay.
And after you take the fatness out, brings it down to 8.5. It's not bad.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, what do we have?
Let's see here. Here we have Stalking Tiger. And I need to spell this out for you. It's not stalking like with an L. Like I'm gonna like follow you and no. It's stalking like, you know, what you hang up on your fireplace for Santa Claus.
So
and
this
stuff.
tiger's a sock.
Yeah, actually it is. If you look at the art, it got like some sock wear on. I don't know what
Oh
it
my
is,
gosh.
but it looks like it's a sock. Yeah, so this is a Stalking Tiger. 5 CMC colorless
Okay.
for a artifact creature cat construct. 3/3 passes the vanilla test. Clearly. Now this card is quite good. It enters the battlefield with a sealed magic booster pack underneath it. And when you deal damage with it to a player, you get to open the booster pack and put all the cards in your hand.
And the flavor text says, just hope yours isn't full of coal golems.
I've never heard of a coal golem before in my life, mate.
Coal golem is from the dark. And it's a 5-mana 3/3.
Wait, this is real? This is real?
Yeah, coal golem is 5 mana for a 3/3.
Oh my god.
That's a golem artifact creature. You can pay 3 to sack coal golem and add red.
Why? Why is this a card?
I guess the color fixes you to red.
Yeah, but like,
But that's why the Stalking Tiger is like, well, I hope yours isn't full of coal golems.
that would be disappointing.
Yeah, it would definitely be. But, I have to say, this card is the strongest card. So far.
Yeah, I mean, if you connect, it's draw 15 cards. I
Yeah.
mean, one of them is a basic land.
Yeah,
but-
if you connect, it's draw 15 cards. Assuming you're using a 15 card booster. If you're using like 8 card booster, I don't know why you would ever do
Ooh,
that.
Yeah. I actually was looking for some of those the other day.
Did you find any?
No.
Oh, poor you.
No way.
But yeah, if you connect this, draw 15, and one is guaranteed to be a rare or a mythic. I mean, dude, this card's in my cube, by the way. It's so good it made it. But
Of course it's in your cube.
yeah.
Now, okay. What are we giving this guy for rankings, though? For flavor? Festivity flavor.
I mean, it's very Christmassy. It's a stocking
Yeah.
after all.
I like the art, too.
I love the art. The art is great.
It's cute.
It is cute. It's also eating something. It's eating like a
It does
cookie.
chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah, it's like-
it looks
Well,
like
let's
chocolate
hope
chip
it's
cookie.
a chocolate chip cookie, but not a raisin cookie.
Oh, raisin cookie.
You can't
yeah.
tell. I can never tell.
You can't tell till it's too late.
Yeah, which is why I stay away from both raisin cookies and chocolate chip cookies for very different reasons. One is I don't want to eat it, and the other one is I don't want to I don't want to make the mistake of eating it.
You know what's weird?
What?
A lot of people like raisin cookies for some reason.
Brawlers, let us know if you like raisin cookies. You can find us in our social media. What are you,
Never miss a chance.
what are you gonna give it for festivity?
I mean, like, I give it like a 3.5, maybe 4. I don't know.
Really?
It's definitely not a 5. Definitely not a 5.
Why is it not a 5?
Well, the whole like needing to do damage, doesn't really mesh well with like the
I
with, like
see.
a festive holiday
see.
theme. Yeah, and then like everything else though is kind and like tigers don't really have anything to do with Christmas
All right.
either. But the art gets points.
Yep.
The flavor text gets points. And the mechanic itself does get points because like when you get your stocking, you get like loose stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
and
like
yeah,
candy.
pretty sure they chose tiger just to put the pun in there, which makes sense. It's a stocking tiger.
So
All right,
yeah,
I'm
so,
fine with doning it down to 3.5. I'm okay with that.
yeah, I like the 3.5.
Car strength, no spoiler. I mean, it's gonna be a 5.
Yeah,
Do you think so?
Easy 5.
Easy? Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
All right,
5.
how wide does this card go?
That depends.
Okay.
That depends. I think unless you're in like an aggressive deck, this card is great. So
Okay.
I mean, even an aggressive deck may I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 5 and be done with it.
All right. That's fine.
Yep.
So that puts the total up to 13.5.
But wait, hold on. Remember, we have the fat metric.
My gosh, this is like throwing me off. All right.
Okay,
how fat does this card make you?
5. Easy 5.
Why?
Well, because first of all, the tiger's eating cookies. Okay, now I'm gonna want cookies, and also, magic booster packs are really expensive. Okay, so you get depressed from having all these magic booster packs when you need to play, and so you get depressed and you eat more and you get fat. So this is a 5 out of 5 for fatness.
Even if it might be raisin cookie.
Even if it's raisin cookies, because like we can't tell. The can't tell goes both ways. Because you can't tell, you can always just pretend it's a chocolate chip.
Oh my gosh. All right, it's a 5. That push it down to a 8.5.
Oh, stocking tiger, you're too. The fat is too powerful.
Yep. Oh my gosh. All right, what do we have next?
Let's see here. We have Mishra's Toy Workshop, the land.
But it's not a factory?
No, not a factory. It should be a factory, but it's a workshop, not a factory.
Does the factory already exist?
I mean, they could call it Mishra's Toy Factory. I think they should have done that. I feel like
that card already exists, I think. I think it's a reference to that card.
Let's see. I'm curious now. Toy. Doesn't exist. Opportunity missed.
Doesn't?
Anyways, this is a land. You can tap to add 3 colorless sea mana pool. Spend this mana only on spells and abilities that put tokens on the battlefield, but you must use toys to represent the tokens.
Oh no, the original card is Mishra's Factory, which is a land and tap for colors and makes assembly workers.
Yep.
All right. Well, listening to you, I think this card is bonkers. I've never seen a card that taps for 3. I mean,
it's
a
pretty
land.
Good. It's pretty good.
A land that taps for 3.
Yeah.
With a very minor downside.
Hold on. It gets better though. The flavor text. Even though Urza tried to apologize, Mishra continued to bear a grudge.
Oh my gosh. The puns are real.
Yeah, they are. I give this one a 4 out of 5 on the flavor ranking. Festivity flavor ranking.
I'm okay with that. The art is also very, very beautiful.
The art is great.
Yeah, I love the art. It's very festive. There are like mistletoes in the bag. Yep. Very red. I love red. I love white. I like this. How good is this card?
It's amazing. It's amazing.
How amazing is
it?
If
you're on the right deck, it's amazing.
Okay. I hear that again.
Easy 5.
If you are in the right deck.
Yeah. If you're in the right deck, this is amazing.
What is it in the wrong deck?
I wouldn't play this in the wrong deck. I would just stop playing the game.
Alright. So I'm gonna... Do you agree that it deserves a 1 for the whiteness?
Yeah. Yeah, this is the easy 1 for whiteness.
Alright.
Well, I mean... I don't know, man. Like... If we take into account the fat ranking, because like toys are also expensive, and if you're depressed from buying all those toys, you get fat.
Oh my gosh!
You eat a lot, so that also contributes to the wideness. So I mean, if we're taking into account the fat ranking, then it's a 5 in wideness.
All right, so it gets a 1 for Winus, and the total is gonna be
He's swerving
10
me. He's swerving me.
because 4 plus 5 plus 1 is usually 10. And
I give this. If you're not like a compulsive eater though, then I give this a 2 in the fatness scale
Okay.
for the depression eating.
okay, so we take 2 off, and that makes it an 8. I think that's
Yeah.
all right.
Man, this fatness ranking is totally destroying all these cards.
Throwing everything off. All right. Next up, we have Goblin Sleigh Ride. It's 1 and a red for sorcery that says target creature you control climbs onto Goblin Sleigh Ride. You slide them on their merry way. If the creature stayed on, it deals damage equal to its toughness to each other creature touched during the slide. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Slaying as in
No.
like killing.
I'm leaving.
I mean,
No.
Yeah.
I cannot believe you just made that pun.
I didn't make that pun. The card did. How festive is this card?
I mean, sledding and slaying. I mean, it's a kind of a little bit far removed, but like not. I don't know. I give it a 2.5.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
How good is this card? It is a removal.
Well, that depends. That depends. There's two different things I would have to say.
Okay.
So like, if you're not using sleeves,
Oh.
I'm not a fan. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But if you're using sleeves, okay. So here's like the big complaint with glossy back versus matte back, right? So like a lot of people were complaining with like the glossy back. They stick together. If there's any humidity or moisture at all, they tend to stick together, which is true. Which is why a lot of people like the matte backs. Apparently they resist that or something. I don't know. Anyways, if you're not in a very humid or moist environment and your cards don't stick together very well, just lick your finger and put a little smudge on the sleeves and stick them together.
Oh my gosh.
Trust me, that stuff is like super glue.
Oh my gosh. Oh
and then,
my
just
gosh.
slide to your heart's content. So if you're not using sleeves, I give it like a 2. But if you're using sleeves and you do the finger licking trick when you make them stick, then it's a 5.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I think this card can go pretty wide though. It is a red removal spell.
I agree, and if you're using sleeves, it goes extremely wide because you can slide it all the way across the table.
Yeah, it hits a lot of
literally,
things.
like physically wide.
Yep. Give it 4.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't play this card when you're in a deck that has no creatures in there, right?
Oh yeah. No. Or like minimal creatures. Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah, or like any red spell stack, like the burn deck, wouldn't play this. So yeah, I'm gonna donate 1 point away from this. So give it 4.
Yeah, give it a 4.
Right. So that puts the total up to 10 after we do the... No, hold on. Yeah, that puts the total up to 10 after we do the averaging of the 2 and the 5 with sleeves and without sleeves.
But wait, hold on. We have a fat
Oh my gosh, man.
So this card, if you're using sleeves, you have to like get up out of your seat, and you have to like line it up perfectly. So this gets actually a -1 on the fat ranking.
What?
Because you also want to slide it pretty hard, but only if you're using sleeves.
Oh my gosh. I don't think it burns that much calories to slide some cards.
Well, I mean, relative to the other activities that you're doing when you're playing with these cards, it's -1.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right.
After the fat ranking, this is an 11.
All right.
This is in contention for the #1 card.
Wow. Yep. 10 minus -1 is 11. So there you go. Next up, we have Thopter Pie Network. It's 2 blue for an enchantment that says at the beginning of your upkeep, if you're eating, creates a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. Use food to represent the token. Whenever a creature token you control dies, if it is represented by food, eat it. You don't get to choose, you have to. They all thought her dream was just pie in the sky.
Wow. That's so dumb. And then if you look at the art, it's pie.
It is pie.
In the sky.
In the sky. Being held by a Thopter. A Kaladesh Thopter.
It is. They're held by helicopters.
Alright.
I gave it a 2.5 for flavor.
Only 2.5.
Pie isn't necessarily pie is in my mind pie is closer to like Thanksgiving than
In my
Christmas.
mind, pie is anytime.
Yeah, I mean, or anytime. So it's not necessarily. So I mean maybe not even a 2.5. Maybe just like a 2.
Well,
don't
I'm
know.
okay with being festive and give it 2.5.
Oh, okay. We'll give it the 2.5.
All right. I think this is a pretty good card though.
Oh yeah, this is a great card.
It makes you a
Easy.
token every turn. I mean, how good was Thopter Pie Network? When sorry, that was tough, man. You have no idea how tough it was. But how good was Thopter Pie Network back when it was in standard? And it's the same card, right? Because Thopter Pie Network is 2 blue for an enchantment that says that beginning of your upkeep, if you control an artifact, you create a 1/1 color Thopter artifact creature token flying. And when one or more artifact creatures you control deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. So that card is slightly better because it draws you cards with the Thopter. But this card allows you to eat.
More
Which
like
is not half
forces you to
bad.
eat.
Yeah, it forces you to eat. How good is this card?
Oh, it's good. I would give it a 4 out of 5. Pretty decent.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm okay with the 4 out of 5 rating, but how long do you have to wait before it's actually worth the 2 blue? Is it when you eat your first token?
Maybe 3 turns.
Okay, so three tokens, 3/1/1 flyers makes it a good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
And then you're in value time for that. So, and with these next 2 rankings, they're gonna go really hand in hand here. Okay. So the fatness this card literally makes you eat. All right. So the fatness ranking is a 6. We said it was 5. It's 6 now. It's 6. It broke the scale. And you know what? It's not gonna be.
Broke the scale.
It's not gonna be. Yeah, and it's not gonna be the only thing breaking the scale. If you're playing this card, you're gonna break the scale too. So it gets a 6 for wideness too.
Oh my gosh.
You're gonna be super wide after
It's
playing
so
this card.
fat it broke the scale. All right.
And you don't break the scale too. Don't forget.
Yep, you definitely will. All right. So,
So this
all
is
right. I pushed the total up to 12.5, I think. And if we take the fatness out, it's only 6.5.
Yeah. Trash card.
It's a trash card. Don't play it ever. Makes you fat.
Don't never play it.
All right. Next up, we have what?
Let's see here. We have some disassembly required,
Ooh.
costing a single black or an enchantment.
Okay.
Has the rules text black, sacrifice a creature. You can distribute the sacrifice creature's keyword abilities among any number of other target creatures until end of turn. If it's December, you gain 1 life for each of those keywords.
Hold on. If it is December, you gain 1 life for each of those keywords. So if you kill off if you sacrifice Stormcrow, you only get 1 life. And you only give flying to 1 thing. Is that what it means?
I don't know. I think we need to call upon a rules lawyer for this one.
Rules Lawyer is a white card.
What happens if you sacrifice rules lawyer?
Well, it dies, and that's it. Yeah, it just dies. Because Rules Lawyer it has no keywords on it.
But does it really not have any keywords?
Pretty sure. Let me see.
I believe you.
Yeah, it has no keywords on it. Yep, it's not a keyword. It's just a rules text that's very long. You have to refer to Rule 704 for what state-based actions mean. Yep.
All those sound like keywords to me.
No, but yeah, I don't know. I think the card you actually want to sacrifice is like Modular Monstrosity, which is 7 mana for an artifact creature construct. It's a 3/3. And it says whenever an opponent casts a spell, you have 5 seconds to choose a keyword you haven't chosen for a card named Modular Monstrosity today that's been printed on a creature card. If you do, Modular Monstrosity gains that ability. Otherwise, it loses all keyword abilities. So you want to sack it when you run out of ideas and give it to everyone, right? Is that how it works?
Well, as long as you can target them, then yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to do Shroud. That's right. Okay.
But what if you want to give...
You can definitely target it. It's just sack a creature, not target creature.
No, but if you want the distributed... When you distribute the keywords, you have to target those.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
how would you rate this card though?
I think I'm gonna give it 1.5 for flavor.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I don't see the reference here.
Well, like, the only connection here is like, well, first of all, it's an electric snowman, by the way.
Okay, it's the electric snowman.
But
I get
like that's about all it has going for it.
Yeah.
Like, the whole thing with some disassembly required is it's a variant of the phrase some assembly required, and that gets found on a lot of new toys and other like furniture and objects that get frequently purchased around the holidays. That's about it. It's a stretch.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 1.5.
Yeah, I'm good with that. It's not that good.
Okay, well, and the flavor text does say now all they needed was a jolly happy soul, and I see the word jolly, which is very festive.
You know, between the electric or the yellow electric, whatever the thing is, fire snowman, you know, the phrase and the flavor text, it does that deserves the 1.5.
Okay,
it's gonna need it.
All right, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
How good is this card?
I give it a 4. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's a sack outlet, right?
Yeah, and you can choose which creatures. It's not like oh, I have a great keyword like indestructible or something, and now it goes to everything. Or it just you get to pick and choose.
Yeah, and even when it has no keywords, when people are trying to like mind control your things, you just sack it. Right, so they can't threaten your things.
Well,
maybe
it's a 4.5, but only if you're in December.
Oh, for a life gain? Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I think the life gain is definitely the life gain deserves the half point. I'm okay with that. How wide is this card?
Maybe like a 2. 1 and
like
2.
2. You wouldn't play in every deck? It's a sack outlet.
No.
No?
Nah. I can't see myself playing in that mini deck.
Alright. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
In that case, it's oh my gosh. Okay, we're doing no fat ranking. We're doing the average of 4 and 4.5. Oh my gosh.
We're getting down the corners now.
Oh my gosh.
You gave me flack for going in the half. Now you're going down the corners.
Alright, so the total is 7.75 or 7 3/4. And that's for both ratings, one with and without fatness. Alright. Last card we have, the one that's printed for this year, is Bog Humbugs. 1 of black for a 1/1 insect creature with flying. Whenever Bog Humbugs deals combat damage, hum that many notes of a festive song. If you can, put a +1/+1 counter on Bog Humbugs. And I'm gonna let you do the honors for a flavor text.
Nope, not doing it. Okay, no, I will. Okay. So you have your standard clef, right?
Yep.
I'm not kidding, by the way. You have your standard clef, all right? And the key signature is in B flat.
Okay.
4/4 time.
It is 4/4 time.
8th note, 8th note, quarter note. 8th note, 8th note, quarter note. New measure, quarter note, dotted quarter note, 16th note, or 16th note, quarter note.
Okay. So I think this is how that goes because it's A.
It's Jingle Bells, guys. It's Jingle Bells.
Okay.
So, I mean, festivity ranking, I dig it. Like, that's some pretty unique flavor text.
I love this card. This card. Yes.
I would give it a 5 alone just on the flavor text.
Absolutely, it's a 5 out of 5 for festivity. It's awesome. Like, dude, it's literally Jingle Bell.
Yeah, it's Jingle Bells. They have Jingle Bells in the flavor text.
Yep.
All right, so give it a 5 for the flavor. Right. What about strength?
I think this card's bonkers. This card's amazing.
Yeah, I mean 2-mana 1/1 flyers are pretty good, and then this guy just keeps getting bigger.
Yeah, it's a 2-mana 1/1 flyer that grows indefinitely. It literally has 11 notes written on the card, just so you remember what notes you should be singing for the first 11 times. By the time you finish using all those 11, it's a 12/12 already.
So
It's a
dumb.
12/12
And then if you
flyer.
don't, you know what? And if you don't know like any festive song notes or whatever, you just like loop that bottom.
Yeah, it's
like,
right there.
It literally gives you it right
Yeah,
there.
it's right there. It is a festive song. It's Jingle Bell.
Yeah, and then you can just loop it and it's fine. It's a variant.
Oh my gosh. Yep, I think it deserves a 5 for
Yep.
strength.
Yeah. And then what about how wide does it go?
I think it goes into any black deck.
Yeah, I
Imaginable.
agree. This could go in any black deck.
Yeah, any deck with black in it should play this. If you're
Yeah, you could probably just
drafting, I think you can splash black for this card.
Dude, if you're drafting, you see this card, and this is like first pickable.
Yeah, and if you're not in black, you should probably switch now.
Now you're in black.
Yeah, splash black for this
It's
one card.
It's the pack rat rule. It's the pack rat rule. I'm not kidding. I know I've talked about this, but and just to remind you, this card in draft would follow the pack rat rule, and the pack rat rule in Return of the Ravnica draft was you could be in all the other 4 colors or just in any other color combination imaginable that's not black. But if you open up like even your pack 3 and you see pack rat, you take pack rat. And now you're playing pack rat and swamp. Like,
Oh my gosh.
that's just how it goes.
Oh boy.
Like pack 3,
That's pretty funny.
You're in like red white with no color
Oh my
splashes,
gosh.
no color fixing, and you open pack rat. Now you're Daga.
Do you mulligan for pack rat?
I've heard some stories about people doing that.
Oh
I don't know
my
if I'd go that
gosh.
far, but I've heard stories of people doing that.
Jeez. Okay. I think it deserves a 5 for wyness.
Yeah.
So that puts the
Um,
total to 15. I think that's
Wait,
like.
wait, hold on. We have one more ranking. We have a fat
Oh
ranking.
my gosh.
You keep skipping over the fat
I'm
ranking.
not eating the bug.
No, you don't eat it. So when you're singing the song, it's like relative to the other activities from this set. This has a negative fat
You
ranking.
don't burn calories for singing or humming.
Yeah, but you're not eating. It makes you have like a somewhat clear mouth and throat to make audible sound. It's a non-bow with Thopter Pie.
Oh my gosh.
It's a
It
non-bow.
is totally
Yeah, it
a
has to be.
non-bow.
So yeah, so it's a -1. -1.
All right, that pushed it up to 16 for.
This is the best card we
Yeah,
have.
this is the best card of the entire list. And it's also their newest card, which makes sense. All right, so grouping everything together, the top 5 without the fatness rating. Number 5, we have Seasons Beatings. Number 4, we have Gifts Given. Number 3 is Thopter Pie Network. Number 2 is Stalking Tiger. And number 1 is totally Bog Humbugs with the fat rating. Number 5 is Fruitcake Elemental. Number 4 is Goblin Sleigh Ride. Number 3 is Seasons Beatings. Number 2, Gifts Given. Number 1 is Bog Humbugs. Bog Humbugs wins both, and it's so good. It's just a good card.
Yeah, it's good. It is really good.
It's so good. I built an entire deck around this, and this is
Oh
our
my
holiday
God.
present
Of
to
course
all of you
you
brawlers
did.
out there.
Of course you did.
Here it is. We have a deck list. We'll link it down below in the show notes. Tap that won't work with this one, but it's not a commander deck. It's a
We
casual
should tell
deck.
them to make it work. We should tell them to add compatibility for this.
What?
Let's make it happen. Let's tell Tap now to add compatibility for this
Yeah,
type
they
of deck list.
totally should. I think it's a opportunity miss.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right. What do we have in the deck list? What are the highlights? Just the quick highlights.
I think the highlight is of course 4 Bog Humbugs, because why not?
Oh man.
It's in black already, so 4 naughty and nice.
Okay.
All right.
Is this a standard deck?
It is a casual deck. So we're
That's right,
gonna
casual
play.
deck.
We're gonna play
Play
everything.
whatever we want.
You can play anything you want.
Where's the Black Lotus?
I would like our brawlers to actually be able to build the deck if they want. So I'm not gonna put in Black Lotus. You can play 4 Gifts Given, 4 Thopter Pie Networks, and 4 Favorable Winds, because everything in this deck flies. We're also gonna play some non-festive cards. So it's 4 Siren Stormtamer and 4 Kitesail Freebooter for hand removal and some counter spells. With 4 Doomblades and 2 Dismember and 2 Counterspell. 3 Hostage Taker as well, and then the rest is lands. It's a good deck. We didn't test it.
I tested it. I don't know what you're talking
Oh
about.
my gosh. How was it?
I won.
Okay. Alright.
I won.
Alright, so
I won against myself.
you can find the deck list with the show notes. As always, you can find us on social media on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Brawling Pit. You can find us on Reddit at r/Brawling Pit. Make sure to email us at brawlingpitmtg@gmail.com, or you can visit our official website at brawlingpit.com. Our shortcut link today is bit.ly/BP_holiday18. And as always, thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Hey, Jonathan.
What's up?
I have some bad news, man.
It's Christmas. Why would there be bad news?
Hate to break this to you, but my goldfish died.
Oh, did you ask Santa for a
Yeah.
new one? Or is it
No,
like
I mean-
irreplaceable?
No, he's irreplaceable to me.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
was the goldfish's name?
Steve.
Poor Steve. Was a guy, a boy or girl?
I have no idea. But on a seriously sad note, though.
Okay.
You heard about the Heroes of the Storm fiasco?
That's not very festive, but yes.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do with what we were talking about. But I want to talk about
I
it,
give
though.
the sign off a 1 out of 5 for festivity scale. For festivity. It's 1 out of 5.
Okay, well, what if I say these words?
Okay.
Christmas, holiday, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, snow, Santa Claus, fat guy, Jonathan.
mean,
Merry, happy. Okay, now what's the
I
festivity
guess
score?
like a 4 or 5, because Jonathan and
Okay,
Fat has
cool.
nothing to do with it. But
You picked out those 2 words.
I did.
Okay, but basically, Heroes of the Storm.
Okay. It's a
Blizzard
game.
has what?
It's a game.
Yeah. Blizzard is Heroes of the Storm. It's a mobile kind of like League of Legends, but it's made by Blizzard instead of Riot Games.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, we talked about this game before in the sign off.
we've talked about it before, and you and I we had a lot of fun on that
Yeah,
game.
man. My favorite hero was Cho'Gao. I remember one time.
Wait, show or gal?
Yeah, Cho'Gao.
Which half? Which half?
I don't remember, but
No, you were the guy that walked around.
I like playing the guy that casts more, but
Okay.
I remember one time when I was playing with you, and I was the guy who was walking around and fell asleep in front of the screen.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
you
we lost that
literally
one.
fell asleep on
I'm
us.
pr-
You got us both
I'm
killed.
pretty sure we lost that one.
We did. Our team was down 3v5.
Oh my gosh.
You were so tired. I'm like, just go to bed. You're like, no, I'll be fine. And I'm like, okay. We queued up, and like we sat there, and you were in base. I'm like, and I'm like, hello, where are you? And you're just out.
Oh, that's great. What about the game though?
But the Blizzard is cutting support for it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so they cut the a lot of the league system they have, HCS I think, or HCC or something. HCC. They're cutting that, which is bad.
Oh my
And they're
gosh.
also their dev team is getting cut. Or not completely
Uh,
cut, but it's getting really gutted. I think they're down to only like a handful
how
of
about
decks now.
Heroes of the Dorm? Because I think that's a really good scholarship program.
And what? It's like 20K in scholarship. Yeah, and that's getting gutted too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, while it's not technically the end of the game, it's basically the end of the game.
Wow. And everyone just lost their job like overnight.
I don't know if they like. I really hope that they got like at least transferred to a different department. So they weren't just like totally out of a job. But I can't say, you know. And that would suck, getting like losing your job like around the holidays. Like imagine it was like early December, right? And you're planning a nice holiday with your family. You requested your time off or whatever, right? And then it's like your boss sets you down and be like, "Hey, man, you're not gonna have a job here after a while." Like that's depressing.
Wow.
I would hate to be the manager above those workers that has to like break the bad news to them, because like.
I mean,
There are some bad managers, and managers get some bad reps, but the good ones,
Didn't they just release a new hero?
They did, yeah. Oh, that was the meme, by the way. That was the meme, where it only took one anime lolly girl to get the storm shut down.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
It only took one.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate.
That is the sad news.
If you've seen like a lot of the top streamers for the Heroes of the Storm game, all of them in like the last week have had like stream titles of learning League.
Wow.
Yeah, and everybody's jumping ship. Ryan is having a field day.
Oh, I believe you. I mean, they must be like, oh my gosh, one of our competitors just folded.
Yeah. No, literally, that's what happened. And Smite's basically dead because Hi-Rez killed that game. So
yeah.
League never stopped being number one, but now they're like really number one.
Was Dota never in contention?
Oh yeah, I guess it was Dota. No, I forgot about Dota, but I mean, there's a reason why I forgot about Dota. Dota, like they had similar prize pools, but they weren't. The barrier to entry for Dota is higher than League, and what I mean by that is like it takes significantly more skill to get like okay playable.
Well, yeah, because
there's just more mechanics to learn.
Not only you need to last hit, you also need to deny, which is
yeah,
stupid.
you have to deny your own, and there's way different abilities, more complicated abilities. The stuns last long. It's a more punishing game. And it's kind of like CS:GO. Like CS:GO isn't very new friendly. Like you die once, you're out for the round.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of like that, where it's not like a bad game. It's very good. It's just like it's not noob friendly. It has a higher learning curve, and so like League is a lot more accessible. So League is more popular by that because of that. Yeah. So yeah, that's the bad news. Why do we have to end on a bad news note? Why'd you do this?
I know, right? What the hell?
Actually, I did this. Okay, let's end on a good note. The Hearthstone expansion just came out and looks really good.
It's also Blizzard. I mean, yeah, yep. And then they nerfed Druid and Paladin.
Oh my god! Thankfully, they finally nerfed.
I think
Druid.
I think they did too much. They did too much.
I think they did too much as well, because that's just how Blizzard match or multiplayer balancing works. They don't do anything for like a year, and then they just gut it completely instead of just like fine tune it gradually. Yeah, makes no sense to me.
Yep.
But I'll take it. Like I remember when there was Shaman Stone. You remember when there was Shaman Stone, right?
And then there was also Druid Stone, which is like the last expansion.
Yeah.
I remember. I watched a Brian Kibble video, and he said, "What's the point of having a basic set if you nerf it when you don't like it, and then now I don't have the cards that I can play forever?" That's what he said. Which is
more
true.
Money.
Oh yeah. But his point is, what's the point of having a basic set if you can change it?
No, he's right though. He's completely right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, why do you need Whirlwind when you have Warpath? And Ruin was a 1-mana spell.
You know what I want to believe, but I can't confirm it's true or false. I really want to believe that Hearthstone, and all the Blizzard games, all of them, I really, really want to believe that it's like the higher level management or executives that are like really out of touch, and they're the ones giving like bad goals and orders to the lower level staff that end up having to implement all the changes.
Hmm.
Like, I'm sure Hearthstone, like the developers, they know that the game is out of balance or whatever,
Yeah.
and or maybe they don't. I don't know. Or they know that the basic set is basically useless right now.
Mm.
But like they're being told by like higher ups, like you need to make more money,
Mm.
and they're like, well, I mean, I guess we have to make the basic set useless and got the adventures and push out 4 full sets a year.
Wow.
And that's what I want to believe. I really want to believe that, but I don't know if it's true.
Interesting.
I can't say for certain.
I'm looking around, like digging around on Google right now, and it's looking like Blizzard had roll out a 2019 roadmap for Heroes of the Storm, so it seems like they still have plans for it. It's like they're
I hope they have plans for it. I hope they don't just.
huh.
It's a good game. It's a good game.
Yeah, it is a good game.